Howdy y'all, my name is Brunhalfaton Mistrunner, total war of the Mistrunner tribe, and today I wanted to talk to y'all about heroic Black Morass. Black Morass is the harder of the two Keepers of Time dungeons. You're gonna need Revered with the Keepers of Time to be able to do this. As you go in, you want to talk to this guy, get your Chrono beacon. They are very powerful. Also, if it's a daily quest, you should share the daily with the nice people in the run. Where is this? Heroic? Daily heroic? There it is. Share quest. Okay, we got it. This is a good deal harder than the normal version. In the normal Black Morass, a lot of times you're clearing the waves and you're like, man, this is easy. Well, heroic is a little bit different. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go corral a bunch of alligators. Then we're going to have some barbecued alligator. This is just to create space for us later on. As the portals and things open, sometimes these crocodiles will pull. And that increases the difficulty of handling them, so I just kind of run through a bunch of them mounted, corral them up, thunderclap them, demo shout them, and let the AoE people do the AoE. Keeping up my commanding shout, give them some health, and I'm just tab targeting through, trying to pick up anything that's not on me. Can even war stomp. We're creating space. Creating space for when the event starts. Those should be fine. We'll clear some on this side too. You do want your team to be fairly geared. If they're just fresh 70s and this is the only heroic that they're attuned for, it might be kind of rough. The bosses do hit rather hard, and you are racing against the clock because the next portal opens immediately after you killed the main elite unit of the previous one. Exceptions being the boss pulls. So with the boss pulls, they do give you about a minute and a half timer to rest, recuperate, bounce back from it, make sure everybody's topped off and buffed up and rezzed up. Alright, so this should be about good. There can be a portal over here on this side, though. It's better to be a little bit thorough, take a little bit of extra time, rather than ass pull a bunch of crocodiles and then die horribly in the swamps. A little bit of lore. The Black Morass, this is actually blasted lands. Before they were blasted. There was a lot more wildlife. Than trees. I guess, are trees wildlife? Let's ready to check it up. Our team composition here is a warrior tank, deep prot. We got a resto druid on the healing. We got a retribution paladin, giving out some kings, nice. We got a mage, and we got a rogue. Rogues are gonna love doing this place because it drops their bis offhand, well pre-bis offhand sword, and also pretty good trinket. Everybody's ready, so we're just gonna walk over here to Medivh, and that starts it. So portal 1 out of 18. Make sure you have your Chrono beacon. I'm just gonna put it on my bar in the healthstone spot because we don't have a warlock. Alright. So it begins. Now we forgot a spider. I'll just build some rage on it then. Alright, we got the caster one first. These caster ones, they don't hit super hard for melee, but they cast Pyroblast, Frostbolt, Fireball. So I'm building some initial threat, but I'm watching here for a cast bar. And then if I see a big spell getting cast, I can reflect it. There's a fear. And I'm also watching this portal for other stuff that could come out. Sometimes additional adds will come. I'm putting Curse of Elements on me. There's some whelps. I can war stomp them, demo shout them. Looks like this one's just casting fear. There's a Shadow Bolt volley. You cannot interrupt that. You just have to heal through it. Hurts pretty bad. I'm gonna challenging shout here. And we clean this one up. I'm gonna clean up the ads as fast as you can. And then look around for the next portal. One nice thing you can do is ping the mini-map for other people who maybe haven't seen it yet, so they know where to meet up. Still in combat, there's probably a crocodile or something. Alright, another one of these Rift Keepers. Try to get some initial threat. And I'm watching for the Spell Reflect. There's a Shadow Bolt volley. I just tab Devastate that other target. One thing that you can also do is mark some other stuff. And there's still a Whelp on him. Ideally, the DPS go over there and deal with that. And I'll try to pick up these Whelps as they go by. Healer threat is a real thing. And oftentimes when there's a new ad coming through, it'll just go right to the healer because the healer's got hots on you and you haven't hit it yet. So I taunted this off. We can just throw up a Spell Reflect. And we're holding on to this stuff as best we can. So we might make a kind request for the mage to focus the ads for this pull. Maybe let the rogue do the single target. People manaing up. You do get a few seconds here. And then Medivh has some shields on. He's at 97% right now. The small ads that get to Medivh don't really deal that much damage to him. So if they go on Medivh, it's not a huge rush to go get him off. You can wait, make sure you have control of the pull, and then go over and do that. These Rift Lords, they hit pretty hard. They cannot be disarmed. I'm gonna throw up a demo shot on the stuff that runs by me. I can also just tab taunt. Get this. Making sure shield block is up. These guys hit really hard for physical. Miss parrying. They're about 1k non-crit. There's one that ran by. We could just intercept it. Just get this crocodile. We might have to fight that later anyway. And we have these chrono beacons. So what we want to do with the chrono beacon use is save them for pulls when it's looking pretty scuffed. We're feeling pretty low on mana. And we're having a tough time. And we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a break. So generally you want to do that right before you're about to fight the boss. We'll just tab Concussion Blow, reduce our incoming damage. I'll War Stomp these. One of the extra points of difficulty here is dealing with all this crap in the swamp where you can't see with your camera. That's just a fact of the battlefield. You got to be careful. Keep your head on the swivel. Alright, there's the next one over there. And the bosses are at every wave multiples of 6. I'll use my beacon on 5. I just called that out to the party so we don't accidentally double up. This is another physical guy. I'm tabbing over. Gonna get some initial threat on this other one. I could even tab Concussion Blow. Reduce its incoming damage to us. Getting our shouts out. There's another Whelp pack. I'll Thunderclap that and Demo Shout it to reduce the damage that those are dealing to us. Intervene to get a little bit of a stun. Or intercept. Now I can intervene. Healer threat is real. And not all healers are going to be spec'd into reduced threat from healing. So you just have to deal with that. I'm keeping up shield block whenever I can. Want to keep up Demo Shout whenever I can. If Thunder Fury is not on the target, then I can Thunderclap. Reduce its attack speed. Another couple ones running through. Keeping an eye out here. I taunted that one. I Concussion Blowed that one. DPS should be on the ads. It's okay that this pull is a little bit tough because we're going to Chrono Beacon. Make it a little bit comfy on us for the next one. I can AoE Fear, give us a little bit of room. Druid's got Tranquility. And the ads are dead. except this one. And we need to look out for the next portal. Okay. Here's portal 5. Giving them a second for mana. And now you get to see the power of the Keepers of Time. Let's bring it. Bam. So this guy does a ton of damage, and he does a ton of threat. Look, I'm doing my normal threat rotation. He pulled threat. You can taunt off him if you want to, but may as well just let him do his thing. Keep the pull really clean. Picking up all the ads, making sure they die. Sunder the target. Demo shout it. Look at this timekeeper. He is strong as hell. Doing his sand breath on stuff. I can just make sure all of these stay off the healer. And just let the healer regen as much as they can. Alright, the guy expired. He has a time duration. So now I gotta tank it. Want to make sure I am holding threat on it. Positioning wise, I want to make sure I'm between the portal and Medivh. So any ads have to run through me to get over there. I'm going to do a quick trinket swap. Put on Stylines instead, so I'm a little bit more tanky for the boss. My Kiss of the Spider's on cooldown anyway. So this is Chrono Lord Deja. He hits pretty hard, 1.4k on heavy plate, 1.6k non-crit. Want to keep up shield block. Make sure I'm holding threat. I'm going to put Demo Shout on him. Arcane Discharge. He just shoots a bunch of lightning at everybody. Gotta heal through it. It hits very hard. We got our Sunders up. You can't use your Chrono Beacons on the bosses. If you do, the boss will just dismiss them. That's why you use it for the pull before the boss, to just make sure it's nice and stable. I'm gonna switch to a Commanding Shout for this fight, because this charge is hitting people pretty hard. There are ads for this, so you want to try to pick those up if you can. Make sure they're not on your healer. The DPS ideally will kill the ads. You shouldn't have to go on a goose chase. But a nice thing you can do is just tab Devastate if you're between the portal and Medivh. Tab Devastate gives you enough threat that it stays on you for a bit. Taunting this one. Alright, so we have a little bit of time. He may be able to drink and then res. I'll bandage people up. So we're on the clock here. We got 1 minute 34. That boss fight was not ideal, but that happens. We'll use this as a good example. Sometimes the ads just beat up your healer. You gotta watch that. Try to pick him up as best you can. We do have a reser in the group, so we have a chance. If you fail this, you pretty much have to redo the whole thing, because then the ads and the boss get on Medivh and they kill him, and you have to start from scratch. So even though I'm not a healer per se, I can still get us ready for the pull. We got 1 minute, so I'm going to bandage every person who gets rezzed. Gratzerog on the bow. Don't forget your Badge of Justice. We got 45 seconds, so it's a good bit of time. We had time to res 2 people, bandage them up, and then now we need a rebuff. Got a paladin buff on him. Buffs look good. Let's just get a food buff. That was pretty rough, so we'll take it up a notch. We can make things easier on us. Food buff for some additional stamina. These are just some Talbuk steaks. And then I'll get a major defense elixir, major agility. Next portal's coming up in 10 seconds. Where is it? Let me at him. There it is. We'll ping it. Get set up. Everybody's at full strength right now. Want to get ready for spell reflect on these ones. And then another thing I can do, okay, this may be another one of the fear Shadow Bolt volley ones. You get the fear Shadow Bolt volley ones, and you also get the Frostbolt Pyroblast ones. So they're either fire and frost, or they're fear and shadow magic. I'll just get a quick mocking blow as I was focusing on the ads there. And then I'll tab devastate this one. Can throw a war stomp as well. Reduce incoming damage from ads. We'll mount up, look for the portal. There it is across from us. If you can get there quick, you can open with a charge to get some initial rage. We just missed it. Okay, this is another caster one. A nice visual thing you can do is park yourself where your back is to the portal, so any units that come out, you can clearly see them. It's easier to keep track of them. This is also a pretty nice portal spot. Since it's out in the open, you don't have many of those swamp branches and stuff blocking your view. Concussion blow that one. Okay, we got a new one here. I taunt it. I revenge. I devastate it. I go back to this one. Get up that commanding shout. These do a Shadow Bolt volley. Alright, we got whelps now. Thunderclap them, demo shout them. They're doing less damage to people, mage needs to take them out. Nice blizzard. So these Rift Keepers that fear don't tend to do it on the tank, it seems like. They're just doing it on DPS and healers and stuff. Alright, I'm going to save a bit of rage on this one. I'm just auto-attacking. Alright. Rift 9, we'll give the healers just a bit of time to drink, top off. Another thing I have in my back pocket is Iron Shield Potion. Might use that on the boss just to make it nice and smooth. Another caster one. Let's do the same thing. We turn around so I can see stuff that's walking past. Alright, Shadow Bolt. We'll tab devastate this guy. We'll give him 2 devastates. And a revenge. And then I'll go back to this. I'm still ahead on threat. Keeping an eye out for the next ads. Shield blocking it. Keeping up demo shout. Shadow Bolt volley. You can't reflect that. It hits for 3.2k. One of those is running off. It's not too bad if one gets on Medivh. If you even saw there, the druid used hibernate. These are dragonkin, so druids can hibernate beast dragonkin. Give him a little nap. Getting a thunderclap out on the whelps. Alright, getting ready for Portal 10. Check healer mana. He needs just a little bit of a second. Okay, this is a Frostbolt Pyroblast one. We can get some clutch spell reflex. Tab devastate. He's doing Pyroblast on this guy. You cannot interrupt this. I just tried to shield bash. We got that massive healer threat. So I'll just tab. Get an intercept, stun it. Tab devastate that one. We spell reflected that for 5.2k. That's really big. We got a bunch of threat from that too. So if you keep an eye out on these casts, the spell reflect is massive. Because you're taking less damage as a team, you're building more threat, and you're clearing the content all in the same step. It's incredible. Okay, we got these all stacked up. The Frostbolt Pyroblast one also casts Polymorph, as you just saw. Challenging shout up again. Let's just get on this one. Address each mob, say what's up. Alright, we got pull 11 next. That was a pretty smooth one. It's over here. Healer's catching up on that mana. Use one of the strong timekeepers. I'll still put a demo shout on it. Shield slam it. I want to make sure that I'm second in threat so that whenever that thing expires, it goes to me, not somebody else. Look at this threat it's doing. It's awesome. I'm a big fan of the Keepers of Time. We developed our relationship in AQ40 Brood of Nostormu. They're, I believe, associated with them. At least they have the same base, Caverns of Time. So they were pretty pleased with the progress that we made in the Karachi Empire. They were doing a bunch of unethical shit in there, and we had to go clean them out, you know. Alright, we got boss next. Now there's a trick for this one that someone in the chat in the party here was saying, and that is you can put a beacon at Medivh and just let the ads go past. So when the ads get to Medivh, the beacon thing can fight them, but it doesn't get dismissed by the boss. So for this one, we actually need to put our back against a tree because it is a knockback. So let's just find a nice spot here. That should be good. Double check that. Now I'm doing my demo shout. I used an Iron Shield potion. See, he knocked me back up there a little bit. Just want to make sure I don't get knocked to the other side of a tree. I'll do a commanding shout. Give us some HP. Now I need to get some demo shout on him. Thunder Fury did not proc on him yet, so I'm going to Thunderclap. Making sure I'm way ahead in threat. And now I have defensives I can pop here. I have Last Stand and Shield Wall. Nice knockback there by him. I can just put my back on the tree from a different angle. Should be okay. Now we need to make sure the ads are not on our healer. The DPS absolutely need to prioritize the ads, especially since the beacon thing doesn't last forever. Need to communicate to that to your team. Their priority is to keep the pull clean and then focus on the boss. It doesn't take that long. The ads don't have a ton of threat. But if your healer is dead, you can't do nothing. So we're shield blocking it. He does this mortal wound, so healing is reduced, so you want to make sure you are being as defensive as you can. The Iron Shield potion is helping out a bit here. Want to keep that demo shout back up. Reduce the incoming damage as much as we can. Shield blocking every time. It kind of messes you up. You don't get an amazing wall here. You kind of just have to work with whatever map features you've got. We got 4 stacks of the mortal wound now. So I'm watching my health bar in case I need a last stand. But we got him. Don't forget to loot your badge. I believe this boss... Is this the one who drops this? Yeah, this is what the DPS want. Hourglass of the Unraveler. I'm taunting this stuff that's on Braun. Taunting this one. Alright, we get a 1.5-minute break. Everyone can get full on mana. Make sure everybody's buffs are up. And reset. As a warrior, you don't really need to do too much. You can just kind of appreciate this moment in time when Medivh was making a massively bad decision to open up a portal and send in a bunch of orcs that were hopped up on demon blood to go fuck shit up. But if this didn't happen, then we couldn't have Burning Crusade, so I guess it is what it is. 30 seconds. One note as a tank. So since Iron Shield Potion and your Healing Potion share the same cooldown, generally speaking, if you're in a tough spot for a fight, it's better to Iron Shield Potion, because you're going to be mitigating way more damage over the course of that 2-minute duration than you would gain in health from a Healing Potion. The exceptions would be if you're taking magic damage pretty much only. You could pop a Healing Potion. Alright. Number 13 is here. Just going to pull this out a little bit and then turn it around, so now I can see stuff that tries to run past. Another way to create more of a visual aid for yourself would be to target mark these. I just have my target markers bound to F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, F7, F8. Mage is taking out that ad. That's good. Shadow Ball Volley slaps. Just gotta heal through it. Can I get this one? Nice mark. Get enraged. And there's a crocodile on the loose. Escaping from the swamps. Okay, we need a... Yep. What killed him? No, it's probably one of the spells from this thing. I'll heal. Bandage. Do whatever you can. Okay, we bandaged him up. I need to get over there quick. He's drinking. I can build some initial rage on this one. Also get some threat. I don't want to engage until the keeper and the healer are over here. Okay, we got him. This is War Stomp. You can stun both of these ads. Mage could do a self-heal, that would be good. Nice counterspell on that one. And you notice the Shadow Ball Volley is in all directions too, so you can't just turn the mob away so it doesn't hit him. You're gonna get hit unless you outrange it. Alright, we're up to 15. Gonna try to save a bit of rage. Alright. Next one, looking for it. Where is it? Yep, it's on the other side of this swamp tree crap. Over there. Mounting up, giving the healer a second for mana. We can just put a trinket with a cool defensive on it. Put that on. Give the healer a little bit more room. Marking these. Putting my back to the portal so I can try to see. Those dang brambles blocking our view. Reminds me of Sunken Temple. Place was a pain in the ass. Alright, we're using our defensive trinket. Gives us bonus armor. Want to take as much pressure off the healer as we can. Got to add. We tabbed, devastated it, marked it. Putting up that demo shout. Making sure we got 5 Sunders up. Get this guy. Tabbed it, marked it, devastated it. Going back on the X. Another one. Tabbed it, marked it. He's having some problems with this guy. I can stun it. Concussion blow. Alright, number 16. Interrupting that Shadow Bolt. Less pressure on the healer. They get to save some mana and some time. Drinking takes time. We need to kill this. Alright, got it. Next one's across. He's drinking. Mana situation looks good. We'll get a couple devastates on him. Devastates on that one too. And a shield slam. Getting some rage. So I have a lot of rage for this one. And I have a lot of threat on all these. Shield slam crit, that's excellent. Alright. Back to the portal. They need to kill the ads. Tabbed, devastated, marked. DPS, please kill. This is the big guy. We'll just put an X on him. Let's get this guy. Marked, tabbed, devastated. Defensive trinket, demo shout. Thunder Fury debuff is on him. There's a tiger on this guy. Nice, the mage is getting it. Got this one. New ad. Tabbed. Revenged it. No, but dodged. And missed. Jeez. Alright, we got a shield slam. And we're back on the big guy. New one. Square. Marked. Shield slammed it. Now we're back on the X. Let's just tab concussion blow one. Take a little bit of pressure off. Okay, he's at 75%. That means there's probably an ad on him. We've still got a good bit of room. You can use that shield as a resource. The event doesn't fail until it reaches 0. He's probably just getting attacked by an alligator or something. Oh, a couple ads are on him. Alright. Intercept over. Need to get ready for the next portal. Interrupting that one. We can build some rage here. We need to kill these as fast as we can. Alright, we have 17 and 18 both open right now, so this is a big problem. And now this guy, he just runs at the boss right away. So we're going to try to pick him up. We gotta use everything in our toolkit. This is a really bad situation to be in. Time stop is popped. I do have hots on me, so I can't do anything for a period of time. Let's get that Iron Shield potion up. Make sure Demo Shout is up. Make sure Thunderclap is up. The DPS need to get the ads off the healer at all costs. Using my defensive trinket. Thunder Fury is up, so I don't need a Thunderclap. I'm shield blocking every time, trying to take as little damage as possible. I'm going to put up the health shout for whenever he does the time stop. We're stable for now. The healer innervated, so he's got some mana. Medivh shield is still at 74%. So the thing that we have to deal with here, since we didn't clear 2 portals, is they're both generating ads. So we have more ads coming at us, which increases the difficulty, but as the tank, the most important thing is for you to handle the boss. The Demo Shout is off. We're going to refresh that. Time stop is up. Health is good. Hots are on. Make sure you pre-hot the tank. And that's it. Latro Shifting Sword. That is pretty much BIS for rogues. Bear Helm, I guess. And funny enough, that guy just despawns. So if you want to skip 17, if it's not really going too great, you can. Primal Nethers for the crafters. Oh, I'll read that. Unless the rogue doesn't need it.
Strength and honor.
Whatever. Whatever, I'm a tank, I don't need that crap. For PvP, I use Deep Thunder anyway. Well, hope y'all enjoyed this run. Black Morass is one of the most difficult heroics, so it wasn't the cleanest showing, but sometimes that makes for the best examples because you're not always going to have a super group that's like deep stacked with everyone who's doing like a million DPS. It's going to be a mess. Things can go wrong, people get resisted, but to sum up, make sure you get your Chrono beacons. You want to use all 5. You can use them either to park them by Medivh so that they can catch the ads that are on him, or you use them to create space before one of the boss waves so you're all caught up on mana and that kind of thing. Thanks for tuning in. Hope y'all enjoyed this guide. Don't forget to repair before you leave town, and as always, ancestors watch over you.